Welcome to the All About You podcast. My name is Sheila and I am your host. In this podcast, I invite everyday people to tell their stories of their travels, passions, and what makes them happy. So if you have a story to tell, please contact me on allaboutyoupodcast@yahoo.com and let's tell your story. So now for today's conversation. Welcome to the All About You podcast, and my guest today is Flor from Argentina, and Flor is a fashion stylist and producer. Flor, welcome to the podcast.
Hi Shayla, nice to meet you and thanks for having me in this podcast. I'm really happy to be here.
And I'm very happy you're here as well because we're going to be talking fashion. Flor, have you always been interested in fashion?
Yes, since I was a child, I always been interested in fashion. I wanted to be a fashion designer. But when I was about to get into the career to study design, 2 weeks before I said, no, I don't want this. And my parents, wanted to kind of kill me because they paid for the university for me to go. And I was like, no, I don't want to study design. So I started some courses about fashion stylist. A fashion producer organizes fashion shootings, and a fashion stylist, it's more with people to help people to enhance their image, to communicate, find their style, more about love yourself. I think that's why I love being a fashion stylist, because people find their way in with clothes and they can communicate with their image and they feel comfortable with what they are wearing.
And I think this is the part we really want to talk about today, because when we look at somebody, we take in the overall appearance, their clothes, their hair, maybe particularly for women, their makeup, shoes, etc. And we make decisions about people.
Yes.
We all get dressed every day. I think the concept of being aware of how we're presenting ourselves to the world.
Yes.
We've all got different lives. Can we talk about styling somebody? So let's say, for example, a lady has been at home with her children, so she's probably been quite casually dressed, maybe jeans and t-shirt for a period of time. Now she's going back to work. She's panicking. She doesn't know what sort of the culture is for clothing in offices, for example, and she calls you. What are you going to do? What's going to be the process?
Well, first of all, what I do is a questionnaire. It's a meeting of an hour and a half where I meet the person and we do a questionnaire about their lifestyle, what they like to wear, how do they think their style is, And then from that, I make like an idea, a dossier. It's what I call a presentation for the client, where I tell her, in this case, all the process about what we are going to work on. And, also I want to know how the person feels with her body. It's important to know which parts of her body she's not comfortable with and which parts of her body she loves. Imagine that she loves her legs, for example. Okay, we are going to focus on showing more of her legs, but hide maybe something that she doesn't like. But I always try that people love themselves, like every person is beautiful for me and everybody is different, everybody is a world. So I try to be careful with this process, to make sure that the person gets comfortable with their body, and also wear clothes that make them look beautiful, like they communicate what they want.
I think that's a very valid point you've talked about in loving their body.
Yeah.
Particularly as women, we can probably say to you, I don't like my arms, I don't like my stomach, I don't like my thighs.
Yes.
We would probably struggle to say, okay, but I think I've got a great neck, I've got great legs. We always tend to focus on the negative parts.
Yes, that's true.
Once we understand our shape, as in, have we got long legs, have we got a short body, short arms? Once we understand the shape and the form of our body, Once we understand the bits we like, the bits we don't like, that's probably quite a big section to start with. That's even before we start hitting the shops.
Yes. Before before going shopping, we have to see our body shape and the color palette so that the person knows what to wear. It's all about empower, to feel comfortable, as I said before.
Once we know our shape,
Yes.
once we know the bits we want to camouflage and the bits we want to sort of show off, you're then talking about colour.
Yes.
So let's talk about colour. We're not talking about what colour do you like in clothes. We're talking about the colour of your skin, the colour of your hair. Can you tell us a little bit about that process?
Well, about color palettes, this is a study that I make with my clients. Trying different pieces of fabrics, different colors, from warm colors to cold colors, and to see, which are the right colors that fits the person with their face. Because when you wear colors, it's important that you wear colors that, like, you have more energy, makes you look like you're awake. And I don't know, it changes a lot when you do the study, because when you wear colors that don't fit you, you can totally see the difference, because when you wear those colors, it's like you look more tired, your teeth maybe look more yellow. Colors that don't fit you make that effect that it shows more, even if you're wearing makeup or your dark eyes and dark bags, colors that don't fit you do that effect that empowers more that.
So the effect of colour can either sort of wash you out, or it can make you look healthier, it can make you look awake. So obviously we've got, all the different colours of the spectrum. And if we look at red, there are so many shades of red. If we take like the typical red lipstick, once you get the right red lipstick, you look amazing. If you've got the wrong colour, it can be a disaster. If we can keep it quite simple. And I guess that's the same with any colour. Looking at a colour, you like pink, okay, what kinds of pink work for you? The really bright fuchsias, or do you want the softer sort of baby pinks? We've talked a little bit about shape. We've talked a little bit about enhancing the bits you like and camouflaging the bits you don't.
Yes.
And we've talked about colour. Where do we go after that?
Style.
I was going to say, I guess we aren't hitting the shops just yet.
Not yet. We have to find our style first. There are like 7 different styles that we work on. Maybe you connect, I don't know, classic style with dramatic style, because you like to wear things that are a little dramatic. So that's the essence of the person. Every person is different, and when it comes to style, every person can connect different kind of styles. So, I mean, there are like 7, like classic, elegant, seductive, dramatic, different, romantic as well. Maybe you want to connect as well elegant with romantic. Okay, we can play with that. But first we have to see which is your style. I think when I go with stylings, I always like the part about finding your style, because it's with what the person connects with, it's what with the person feels comfortable. Because nowadays you see fashion industry and it's very hard to find your style, because every week you have a new collection, every week you have new clothes on all the shops, and it's that doesn't let you think about what you really like. You see this influencer wearing this shirt, okay, I want that shirt, okay, but did you really stop and think about that, if you really like it or not? Like, is that really connecting with your style? So this is a part that I love when I do consultings with clients, because for me it's very important that people don't fall on trends. It's a very interesting point too.
This is very interesting, because fashion is changing so quickly.
Yes, all the time.
And it's possible to buy high fashion clothes quite cheaply. And I think sometimes we can get all a bit carried away thinking, okay, this is the trend, I need to go and buy it. It may not work for your lifestyle, the colour, the shape,
No.
All of it is a disaster for you. But some of us, think, okay, this is a trend, I've got to wear that.
Yes.
And I guess as you get a bit older, you start to understand, I like the trend, but maybe the colour's not quite for me, or the style, that's not the style, something sporty,
Yes.
that's not for me. So we can look at the fashions, we can look at the styles, but once we know what suits us in shape, etc., we can dissect it and go, okay, is this really going to work for me? If you are a large lady and the fashion is very full skirts or it's voluptuous sleeves, maybe that's not something the route you want to go down.
Yeah, well, if you like one trend, I think that you should focus on maybe that trend. If you want it, wear it, but try to be like for your type of body and colors. For me, it's important that you do that. I mean, I'm always updated with trends, because I'm a fashion stylist and I work in fashion. But that doesn't mean I like all the trends. For me, I see many girls or women wearing the trends, but I look at them and I say, okay, this doesn't fit you. I mean, I look at you and I can feel that you're not comfortable. Because when a person feels comfortable with what they're wearing, you can say this, like, that person feels very comfortable, and it's amazing how she looks, she's walking on the street with that trench coat that she's wearing. You see it. When a person is not connecting with their style, well, I can see it.
If maybe we're wearing something that is maybe a little too short, a little too tight, a little too big, we're going to spend all day feeling very uncomfortable.
Yes.
We're going to be pulling, we're going to be tugging. That's not a good look in anybody's book, even if it's a high fashion item.
Yes.
You want to put your clothes on in the morning, know they look great, and just go on and embrace the day. So we're talking about fashion and trends now. I get the impression we're still not ready to hit the shops yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
First, we have to look at the wardrobe of the client, of course, because we have to see what she has or he, and if she needs some basics, because the basics are very important. A white t-shirt, white shirt, jeans, good black trouser, for work or for a party, those basic clothing that are very important for every day. That maybe you don't know, you wake up someday and you don't know what to wear. Okay, I will wear these jeans with this basic white t-shirt and it's done. Okay, I go out. So that's why it's important to have basics, because they help you to combine easily. Even if you look at them, if you look to the basics, they are all easy to wear together. So yeah, they're very important. And then once we look at the wardrobe, we see what the client needs, if the clothes that she or he has connect with their style, with their body shape, with their color palette. We check all that, and once we make a list of what is needed, and then we go shopping. Then the personal shopper day comes.
I think the thing is, as well, as you said, looking in someone's wardrobe. We are probably all guilty of wearing a very small portion of our wardrobe. I mean, we have this thing called the 80-20 rule, which is we wear 20% of our wardrobe 80% of that time.
Yes.
I totally agree with that.
Yes.
I totally agree if once you find your wardrobe, or your uniform, as often people call it, and you get the basics sort of down, as in, what is my lifestyle?
Yes.
You've got 2 young children, you're spending a lot of time running around with children, running errands. Trainers, a t-shirt, jeans and a jacket or a sweater is probably your go-to uniform. Unless you are spending 5 nights a week going out to fancy restaurants, a majority of your wardrobe is going to be the jeans and t-shirts and trainers.
Yeah, of course.
You can still dress that up with a scarf or a sweater or maybe a necklace or something, but it's these basics. My understanding is we need to spend the bulk of our money where we spend with the bulk of our clothes. So, for example, investment pieces versus cheap high fashion.
Yes. Well, for me, it's important that the basics are with high quality, of course, because those basics, we are going to wear them for lots of years. What I don't like about fast fashion is that you wear a piece of clothing and then 6 months later you are throwing it because it's broken or whatever. I don't like that. So I prefer that people invest in their clothing because it's something of every day. You can't go out now on the street and naked. You need something to wear. So yeah, it's important to invest on good clothing. Yeah, especially on the basics.
I think one of the most difficult things that I find when I go shopping, for example, I need to buy a new pair of jeans.
Okay.
Just the thought of going jeans shopping just fills me with dread. I think they are the most difficult things in the world to buy.
Yes.
Because it's the waist, it's the hip, it's the rise, it's the colour, it's the shape. I can understand why people use a personal shopper. This is what I want. Just go and get me 20 pairs and I'll stand here in the changing room, put them on, take them off, put them... I love that idea. Yes. So I really can understand how people do that. Let's talk a little bit about when you're doing that shopping experience with somebody. So we've done all the wardrobe check, we've done the lifestyle check, what they want to camouflage, what they want. We've done all the homework. Now we're hitting the shops.
Yes.
What happens then? We've obviously got to talk money somewhere along the line.
Money.
And we've got a wish list of what your client wants.
Yes, of course, the client has to have a budget, but it depends on what they are looking for, because if they want some kind of brands, okay, we'll go with those brands. And for example, I don't know, let's just go to Inditex brands, for example, Zara, Mango. I have to try to look for clothing that fit their budget and lifestyle, everything, body shape, everything. It's very hard. You can spend the whole day, more than 5 hours shopping, because it's a hard work, because sometimes you go with the client and the client does not feel secure, it feels uncomfortable. Someone is looking at them and telling them if it's okay or not. So yeah, it's kind of hard, and I'm very patient. That's something I appreciate about me. You have to be very patient with your client, because sometimes that person has lots of insecurities, and it's very common. We all have lots of insecurities, and it's all about understanding and listening to them, because they want someone that listens to them, to what they want. So for me, that's very important. And I mean, I love what I do, and I can spend the whole day shopping with a client. I don't have any problem, but what I like most is to connect with the person and them to understand that with me they can feel comfortable.
I think it sounds like going shopping with your best friend. It's going shopping with somebody who basically has seen you probably in their underwear, so okay, we need to make sure the tops are long enough. You're worried about your stomach or your arms. Yes. We've had to bare our soul to you, but we're going to get the results.
Yes.
By being completely honest. This is what I like, I don't like, this is how much I'm going to spend.
Yes.
This is what I like about my body. It sounds a really common sense idea.
Yes.
To use a stylist.
Yeah, of course. For me, the communication is the most basic thing about styling a person, Talk with the client, understand them, be on their shoes, So, yeah.
So if we can just go back to when we were talking about looking at someone's wardrobe. I know a lot of women, you open the wardrobe doors and what is squashed in there is just shocking. Everything is piled on there. There's probably shoes on the floor. There's probably things hanging off racks, a complete disaster. And then when we look on Pinterest, we see these lovely sort of curated wardrobes, white hangers, 2 t-shirts, 2 pairs of trousers, a nice trench coat, 3 pairs of shoes. Those two worlds are miles apart.
Yes. Well, I'm guilty because my wardrobe is not perfect. I think I'm a person that wakes up and it happens to me. Like I look at my wardrobe and like I don't know what what I want to wear, but it happens to me, and I'm a person. I mean, I'm a fashion stylist, but for people to know, not all fashion stylists are perfect in their lives with clothing.
Well, that's good. That makes us feel a lot better. But if we go back to our wardrobe that is
Yes.
crammed of things, we've all got stuff that we bought because it was on sale. It was cheap.
It happens.
We've got stuff in there that we never wear because it's itchy, it's too short, there's a button missing. But I think if we look at our wardrobe, we've just said we are probably wearing 20% of our wardrobe 80% of the time. The amount of money that must be in those wardrobes is frightening.
Yes, actually it is. But you have to know how to separate your clothing. I recommend like twice a year do a cleaning, or maybe once a year, because yes, you find clothes that you bought because it was on sale, but it need a repair. If you didn't use that piece of clothing for like 6 months, you're not going to wear. I mean, if it's from the winter and you're in summer, yeah, okay, I understand. But if you haven't been wearing that piece of clothing for months, you're not going to wear it. I mean, maybe you liked it, you bought it because it was on sale, but the truth is that it's not for you. So it's better that you put on sale or give it to someone as a gift, donate it. Yeah, you have lots of options before going to the trash, of course. So yeah, I recommend like cleaning your wardrobe twice a year. And of course we all have those sentimental piece of clothing, and if you know that you are going to still wear them, I don't know, maybe you use it once a month or once in a year, but you love it and you're going to wear it when you can, keep it because you love it. It's that piece of clothing that you love and you cannot get rid of, and it's normal, it's typical. And maybe in a future you can give it away to a special friend or your daughter or your nephew. You can do something like that.
But that's really interesting, Flor, because that is talking about being completely honest with yourself, what you wear, why you bought it, why you don't wear it.
Yes, actually it is. We all have more clothes than we should have.
And I think this is very, very valuable point, as you say. Going through a whole year, you're wearing all your clothes over all 4 seasons. If you haven't worn things after that year, you've got this jacket, why have you not worn this jacket? Is it the colour? Is it the style?
Yes.
It's too big, it's too small. Be honest. I mean, there are so many websites now where you can sell on your items.
Yes.
But I think once we understand our bodies, our lifestyle, or how we want to present ourselves to the world, it's all that homework before we hit the shops, isn't it?
Yes.
And if we can get all that homework done, when we go to the shops, okay, I know exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a top in this colour red, this shape neck, because I've got big boobs, no boobs, short arms, long arms, etc. If we go with a list and we've got sort of the rules on the list, that's going to save us money because we can home in on exactly what we want.
Yes.
Now, I discovered something called capsule wardrobes, probably about 3 or 4 years ago now.
Yeah.
Can you explain what a capsule wardrobe is?
Well, capsule wardrobe is made of basic clothing that you can wear during, summer season or winter season. You make looks between those clothes that you have. So that's the capsule wardrobe. Yeah, it's like a few pieces of clothing, not the whole wardrobe that you have, not your whole pieces of clothing. You just pick up some shirts, some trousers, a pair of jeans, and you make looks with them, and you know that is you are going to wear during this season. So that's a capsule wardrobe. Yeah.
Now, I started doing this capsule wardrobe, and it was a thing called Project 333. I think it was done by a lady called Courtney Carver. And the idea is you had 33 pieces of clothing for 3 months, in other words, for a season.
Yes.
So you worked out your tops, your bottoms, your dresses. I don't think it included shoes and things. And I started doing this. And this was so life-changing because you really looked at what you had.
Yes.
You made sure you wore those clothes through that season, so you really worked through your wardrobe. But the biggest thing for me, I found, was packing. When you go away, these bottoms, these 3 skirts can go with these 10, 12 tops.
Yes.
And it looks completely different. Change the shoes, add a necklace, add a cardigan, add a jacket. Looks completely different. So when we're all travelling with our little wheelie bags and we're trying to stuff our wardrobe into a wheelie bag, the capsule wardrobe really does help.
Yeah, it helps a lot, actually. I'm the kind of person that, for myself, when I have to do my luggage, I'm kind of disaster because I put lots of clothing because I see something and I say, okay, I can wear this with this, I like it, okay. But when it comes to a client, I'm more serious about it, The client has to make looks about it. For myself, I'm kind of disaster with that. But with a client, it's completely different, and yeah, it changes a lot. I don't know why I don't do it with myself. It's like I like lots of things, options, that it happens a lot. When you have to make your luggage for travel, you want to take all of your wardrobe because you don't know what's going to happen, the weather, maybe you go out or you don't go out, it happens.
Fashion is such an interesting subject. We've got high fashion that we see in the glossy magazines and we see the runway shows.
Yes.
But translating that down to our wardrobe, getting dressed on a daily basis, it's a science. Understanding your body, your lifestyle, your colours, what we want to show off, what we want to disguise, all those things. Before we hit the shops, we're doing all that homework.
Yes.
Can help us save money.
Of course, yes, because you know what you're going to wear, what connects with you and what does not connect with you. I always recommend that people try new things, when they go shopping. If you like a dress, but it's not connecting with your style, but you really like it, try it. Because you don't know, style can change over the years because, for example, me, now I have a style, but then maybe in the future I become a mom and then my style changes because I want to change my wardrobe, the colors that I wear, I feel different. So style can change over the years, and that's really interesting because, yes, when you go shopping, you like lots of clothing. And if you like it, wear it. But if you're in doubt, if you're not sure, leave it. Don't buy it.
I think that piece of advice, Flor, if in doubt, don't buy it. That needs to be tattooed on our wallets. That needs to be, because I think we are all guilty.
Yes.
And particularly when we are looking for something for a special occasion, I've got to get a dress for a wedding or that. We go out in this panic, I've got to come back with a dress today, and you're running around the shop. You can't find anything. Oh, that'll do. And you've spent a load of money. You're not happy with it. And you're probably not going to enjoy wearing it.
Yes.
And it's a disaster.
I hear a lot of people saying, oh, I bought this shirt the other day, but I tried at home and I didn't like it. Yeah, it happens because maybe you bought it in a rush. You didn't, I don't know, maybe you didn't try it on the store, and it happens to all of us. Yeah, and I also, another tip that I want to give is that when you buy something, for example a shirt, try to make looks in your head with what you had in your wardrobe.
My God, yes!
That's very, very important, because if you're wearing that shirt and you really like it, okay, but imagine that shirt with 3 different outfits. it's very important, because then in that point you realize that you are going to wear it. Because if you cannot imagine in your head with what are you going to wear it, don't buy it. Because then you will have to buy new clothes for that shirt that you want to buy, and you are going to spend more money. So yeah.
If in doubt, leave it in the shop.
Yes.
Number 2, imagine that item, what you can wear it within your wardrobe.
Yes.
If you can say, okay, this skirt will go with the blue top, the red top, the white top, or vice versa, you're going to get mileage out of that item. You're going to save money because you're going to be wearing that top a couple of times a week because it goes with so many things. We're helping the environment. It's not going to be worn 3 times and put in landfill.
Yeah, it's very important when you buy something that you can imagine it with more clothes that you have on your wardrobe.
Particularly now, on our mobile phones, we can photograph what's in our wardrobe.
Yes.
And think, I've got this pair of trousers, this skirt, and these. I need a top to go with all 3.
Yes.
Photograph all 3, and then when you're in the shop, will it work with the jeans? Will it work with the skirt?
Yes.
Or you could always buy it, bring it home if it works you right, and if not, take it back.
Yes. You know, it happened to me today that I went to a shop and I saw a blue dress that I never imagined that I would like it, but I tried and I fell in love because it fit my body, my color palette. I don't know, it was perfect and I thought of buying it, but I said, okay, first I have to think when I'm going to wear it. I mean, it should be for special occasions because the dress is beautiful, but yeah, I have to think it first.
I mean, this is a very valid point, isn't it? If you're going to spend a lot of money on something, and the typical thing is you get an invitation to a fancy dinner or a wedding, I need an outfit. We generally go out, buy something very expensive, wear it once.
Yes.
That is not a good way of using your money, to spend a lot of money and that one item hangs in your wardrobe for maybe a couple of years because you can't wear it to the same family, another family wedding because someone will work it out that it was worn before.
Yeah, well, that happens, a dress for special occasions, and that's fine. All should have those pieces of clothing because maybe they save us for in a rush, that you have a special dinner, but someone tell you about this dinner the day before and you can't go shopping, so you have that dress on your wardrobe. Okay, it's done. That's good because that dress is going to fit with the dinner, with yourself, with everything.
When we talk about classics, we often talking about the little black dress.
Little black dress, yes, it's a basic
that
I love.
What's your view on the little black dress then? Is it a yes or is it a no?
For me, it's a yes. Yes, for sure. Because it's, first of all, it's black. And then it doesn't have to be little or short. It doesn't have to be. It has to be a dress you feel comfortable with. You can wear it during the day or during the night. You can wear it with a blazer or with a leather jacket and it's fine, or with a jean jacket. But for me, the little black dress, it's a basic. Yes, we all should have it.
I guess the thing is with that, we can dress it up with a scarf, with a jewellery.
Yes, of course.
Changing the look with shoes.
Completely.
With our hair, with our makeup.
Yeah.
So let's just run through some basics we should all have in our wardrobe. So we talked about a little black dress.
Yes.
What would you say is the things we should all have?
A good pair of jeans that fits your body, of course. Well, all the basics, should fit your body and your color palette. So a good pair of jeans, black trousers, like formal ones for work or dinner, a white shirt, t-shirts, black and white, long sleeves, short sleeves, no sleeves, it depends on the person. Blazer, leather jacket, jean jacket as well.
I mean, the trench coat always comes up.
The trench coat, that's one of my favorites. I have one that is blue and I love it. So for me it's a basic. Black skirt. This black skirt is more like an office skirt for work. But not all people works in an office and have to wear a black skirt, so be optional. I mean, if you want it, buy it, but if you don't do it. Pair of shoes, flats, heels, good pair of white trainers shoes. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just visualising all of this going into carry-on bag.
Yeah.
You are sorted for running around the city. You've got your shirt, your jeans and your trainers.
Yes.
You've got your skirt or your black dress for your fancy dinner with a bit of jewellery and a nice jacket.
Yes.
You've got your skirt if you're going for a nice lunch or something with a white t-shirt and some nice jewellery.
Yes.
I mean, we are set to go in a small wheelie bag.
Yeah. Well, I forgot to say sweaters. Yes. It depends in summer or for winter, but sweaters. Well, for me, this shirt that I'm wearing is a basic. Every person has their own basics. You know, maybe this is a shirt that I love, and it's sky blue with white lines, but I love it. I know that this shirt saves me for everything. I know I can wear it with anything.
And that's the idea, isn't it? Once we've got our wardrobe sorted out, if somebody says, oh, let's go out for lunch, you know you can go and grab something.
Yes.
No panic. Yep, okay, that black skirt, white t-shirt, put on a fancy necklace, grab my bag, I'm good to go.
Of course.
So that can save you time, energy, money, stress.
Yes, for sure. It can help you with all of that.
Flor, last piece of advice before we finish the podcast. Do people go and start pulling everything out of their wardrobe, give it a good clean, lay it out on the bed and try every single thing on and sort it into piles? Or should they sit down with a notepad and go, okay, what is my lifestyle? You know, what do I like? What should people do? What's the first thing you would suggest they do?
Well, I have a surprise. I made an ebook about this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not done, but in a few days I'm going to
publish your ebook.
Yes. So I'm happy about that. And this ebook helps you to find your own style by your own, you know. So when you're trying to connect with your style, for me, this thing is very important. Yeah, you should ask questions about your lifestyle, about what you like, and also make a mood board. A mood board on Pinterest, or maybe with magazines that you have, you cut some images and put them on a piece of paper, and you know, you make your own mood board to inspire. And mood board will give you your style, because you go to Pinterest and you find lots of different outfits and you love all of them. Yeah, okay, but what is the thing that you really like? Okay, I like this outfit, I will make this mood board, I will add this picture to my mood board, looking for pictures that you like, and then you have your mood board also with colors. You can see which colors you like, and that's it. For me, it's important to have a mood board to connect with what you like.
I think as well, talking about Pinterest, it's find a famous person or a celebrity whose style you like, whether it's someone like Kate Moss, somebody's style you admire. I mean, for me, Kate Winslet, we've got the same body shape. So I, on Pinterest, have, you know, I see pictures of Kate. Oh, she looks great in that jacket and those jeans. She looks great in that dress. Once you work out we've got the same body shape, what's Kate doing? And you can find so much stuff on Pinterest.
Yeah, we all should have a reference, a person. It could be an influencer or an actress, somebody that inspires you and you feel connected with that person, you know, like you really like that style. Okay, this is what I like, and I want to communicate as well.
I love the idea of your mood board though. For example, you like this outfit, but what is it you like? Is it the shape of it? Is it the fabrics, the colour? Really looking at it and go, okay, but it's actually the skirt. It's the shape of the skirt I like. It's the fabric. It's the way it falls.
Yes.
So analysing those pictures in magazines or on the internet.
Yeah, all the time we have to make questions about ourselves and what we really like and we don't like. You know, it's very important to see and to understand what we don't like. maybe that person that you admire, it's wearing something that is beautiful, but what she's wearing, that skirt, for example, you don't like it, but you like the blazer. So it's important to identify the things that you like and you don't. Yeah, because that says a lot about your style.
Understanding our lifestyle, understanding our body and our shape, understanding the bits we want to show off, the bits we want to camouflage, what colours we like, how we want to present ourselves in the world, and what stage of life we're at. As we get older, our bodies change. Maybe we're getting a bit fuller in the bust or the stomach. We've just had children, or we've lost a lot of weight with the diet. So our bodies are going to be changing all the time.
All the time, yeah.
So it's really worth maybe doing this exercise, once a year, opening up those wardrobe doors and really going through it and go, okay, as much as I love this t-shirt, does it work with the body shape I'm in now?
Yes.
You've maybe just had children or you're pregnant now, so half your wardrobe is not going to fit you. So it's an evolving system, isn't it, with our lifestyle, with our age, with fashion.
All a process, because life changes. Now you're here, but the next 5 years you don't know where are you going to be, so your lifestyle can change, your body can change, your style can change. So it's important that we can do it. We can do a styling session once, but maybe repeat it after a few years, because maybe you find yourself that you don't connect with the style that you had 5 years ago. So for me, it's important that you identify the moment when you're not feeling more yourself and you need a change, and maybe that change has something to be with your wardrobe, and your body.
And I think as well, through lifestyle changes, maybe you're going back to work, or you're going to work at a company where there is a strict dress code or a relaxed dress code. All of those things are going to affect your wardrobe.
Yes, for sure.
My God, Fleur, the amount of information you have given us about fashion, it's just mind-blowing. I think it's been absolutely fantastic. So, Fleur, thank you very much for taking us through the very exciting and interesting world of fashion styling.
Thank you very much. As I said before, I'm really happy to be here and to talk about the theme, because it's something that I love. I love doing it, and I love to talk about it. So I'm really happy. Really, thanks for the opportunity you've given me to be here.
You're very welcome, and congratulations on the ebook.
Thank you.
I hope you have enjoyed the conversation. Don't forget, if you have a story you would like to tell, please get in touch. My email address is allaboutyoupodcast@yahoo.com, and thank you for listening.